so today I have a quick, hopefully it'll be quick enough tutorial for you, and this is really on how I maximize my lashes or get as much length and, you know, a nice amount of volume out of them without having to fiddle with like loads of different products, and especially to make sure that they're not too clumpy. And this will even be handy for anyone who has short lashes, because I'm using a fibre mascara which really helps build upon lashes and add length where it might not be there already. Okay, so my first step is always to curl your lashes. My favourite lash curlers are the Tweezerman ones, or is the Tweezerman one. This is the one that I find where the pads last the longest, and you want to get the lashes sitting into there. Sometimes I find you can nearly manipulate the hairs, like pull them through, and then make sure it's kind of sitting at the lash bed. Give it a squeeze for a wee minute, well, not even a minute, just a couple of seconds, then loosen it and pull it up. Make sure you loosen it before you pull it up so you don't actually pull out lashes. Loosen it and pull it up. And then I find that this really makes a difference to how noticeable the lashes are. This is particularly good if you have very short lashes, because if you have short lashes in any way short and they're sticking straight out, you just can't see them. I mean, even if you have long lashes and they're sticking straight out, you can't see them straight on. Now, some people find that their lashes are too short for this kind of manual, eyelash curler. So in that case, use a heated eyelash curler. It kind of looks like a mascara wand on a big stick, kind of something like this. This isn't a mascara wand now, but the one I had for number 7 actually looked very like this, and there would have been little heated like elements here, and you would literally just run it through like you would a mascara, and as you ran it through it would curl the lashes. That's really good for very short lashes that won't actually go into this kind of contraption. So there are a couple of methods you can do when you're looking for long lashes. I would often use a primer which looks something like this, and now my one has actually gone off so I'm not going to use it. I haven't like checked it in ages and it stinks, so I need to throw it away. But what you would do would be to run the primer through your lashes as if it's a normal mascara, and then let it semi-dry. So when you're layering any mascara products, the trick is to never layer it when it's too wet, or you're just going to brush out what you've already put on, and don't let it totally dry either, because then it can clump. Always do it when it's in that semi-dry phase. So when you're brushing through your primer, just wiggle at the lashes like you would with any normal mascara and brush through, and then once it's semi-dry you go on to the other side, or you go into your normal mascara. You can also do this with mascaras and layer lengthening mascaras with volumizing mascaras. This is another thing I do sometimes and it can work quite well. The thin skinny brushes are usually the ones for lengthening and defining, and then the big fat brushes, they usually give fuller lashes. So if you think about it in terms of like normal hair, when you're looking for big bouncy curls, you use the big barrel brushes, and that's what gives you the volume. Same with your mascara. Always think of the bigger the brush, the bigger the lashes. What I'm going to use today is a fibre mascara. These are great for giving length, and you can also build it up for volume. I'm using a Catrice one. If you don't have Catrice where you guys are, you can get fibre mascara everywhere, like most brands do it nowadays. So when applying mascara, the trick is to get in at the base, right in at the base, and again be tentative. Don't like jump in, because you can often stab yourself in the lash, and wiggle. So it's really important to wiggle at the base. This will help really deposit the product, and then brush it through, because when the base is nice and full looking, it makes, you know, the whole lash look full. So the fibres of this grab onto the lashes as you pull it through, and thicken them as well as lengthen them. So even with that one coat, you can see the massive difference that has made. And then another trick I like to do is go in from the top of the lashes, from behind, and brush that down, and then reapply underneath, and that way you're coating every last side of the lashes. And then for the corner lashes, I'll usually use the tip of my brush, go down from the top and then brush up from the bottom, and then you get really lovely full lashes. So you have to be careful not to keep going, or you know, it can start to clump, particularly as the lashes dry, because like I said, if you keep applying over dry lashes, it will clump. And then usually for the bottom lashes, what I like to use is just the very tip of the brush, or even at the side, but near the top. I don't tend to go in like that. You can, I just don't love a really heavy bottom lash line of mascara. I think it's more impactful when it's really, really strong up top. So there's how my lashes look after pretty much one coat. I didn't even, you know, kind of let it dry halfway and go, because I think if you're using the right formula, you don't even have to do that. But I think this is really nice, particularly if you don't want to go too crazy, but you still want the length and the volume. Of course, you can brush them through with a lash comb if you would like them even more defined, but I think this is pretty fine to go, if you know what I mean. So my last tip really would be to do with cleaning up mascara if you make a mistake. So if you get a big smudge onto your eyelid or anywhere like that, or even underneath, get rid of it when it's straight away when it's still wet, because it'll just lift off onto your cotton bud, or let it dry and it'll literally flake off. If you do it in that half in between phase where it's kind of starting to dry and it's still a little bit smudgy, that's when it'll smudge and really stain. So make sure you do it either straight away or just totally let it dry, and honestly it will just flake off. So that's my tip for a really quick method of like maximizing your lashes.